2, 1, go!
What do you care about?
Do you know what I care about, Dan? I care about control.
This for you, Louis, is an inside joke from when we were playing Gear.
The amount of times that Marcus yells "control" is amazing. I love it. I want to create like just a little mashup. Every time he goes control, 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 control.
God.
Where's the power? Control. I love his voice so much.
Jesus Christ.
Louis, if you've never played that game, you need to just go through it.
Which one? I only went up to like 3.
All of them.
All of them.
Well.
Well, we're talking about Gears
Around,
1
47?
specifically.
Okay.
And Gears Ultimate is on PC with PC Game Pass,
I believe so.
I think. I'm pretty sure.
I have it. Yeah. I have it on the Game Pass one. Yeah, for the PC. I started playing it again. It's a little bit longer than I remember.
Today's episode is sponsored by
Control
Xbox Game Pass. Control.
Apparently, yeah. It was, I mean,
Control your future.
We are going to be giving so much airtime to Xbox. We I think we deserve a little bit of that money that they decided to cut back on. Still sour. Whatever.
Moving on.
We need a hero.
Tangent.
Goku, where are you?
Yeah, Louis Goku, and
I'm here.
Yeah.
Everyone's dead. Shit.
Hold on. There you go. Let me take my rambling somewhere else. Drop this bomb right here and then come right back. There you go.
All right. What's up, gamer friends? We are here for Screen Smash. I'm your host, Dan Morris, and joining me we have Jake Control Brown.
Control.
And Louis. And Louis. Reza. Damn it, Marcus. Louis. Reza.
I don't have an intro now. I was gonna have an intro, but it got controlled.
Hey, do you want
took over my control
me to answer for you?
What?
You want me to answer for you?
Okay, hold on. Ready?
Louis Reza.
That's weird. Oh, damn it.
Control.
I don't like that joke. You made me quiet. That doesn't sound good.
Oh no. Louis been silenced.
I'm coming for your smashy, Louis. Like, that's it.
So this episode of Screen Smash,
I control that.
So for this episode of Screen Smash, we are going to take a look at the upcoming Xbox Showcase, which will be premiering on June 9th on Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. I had to double check my notes for those interested in the exact time that they can watch this event, if they're going to watch it. Sunday. Anyways, we are going to take a look at what we know about this showcase, as well as what we expect to see, and some wild and crazy predictions, maybe dreams, and some hopes and prayers and tears of the heart. So,
Tears of the Kingdom. Sorry,
we know that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is going to be there because, spoiler alert, nobody saw that coming. Yes.
Is there anybody who here actually thought that was going to be something like else? I know, like, there was like the backup theories, but like, does anybody really think that like
that was not going to be a Call of Duty? I mean, it's been like a couple years since
the first official big Call of Duty launch after the acquisition was officially done and closed. It's like, yeah. And then the whole redacted thing kind of gave it away.
Redacted. I know a thing or two about.
So yeah, the showcase is coming on Sunday, and then followed by the shocking announcement of Black Ops 6 that, yeah, I mean, it was a secret. It wasn't a secret. I don't
know. Is anybody looking forward to it?
Call of Duty?
Black Ops? If you would have asked me like 13 years ago,
I was gonna say the same thing, honestly. Like, if it was like Black Ops 2 came out last year and now we're getting Black Ops 6, I'd be like, oh boy.
I was never really a big Black Ops guy. I liked the what was the other studio?
Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer. I'm booking.
No, not Sledgehammer. Not
There's
Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer and Infinity Ward.
Infinity Ward. I was a big fan of the Infinity Ward games. So anytime that Infinity Ward games came out, that's when I was like, yeah, all in.
Now you're talking about Infinity Ward prior to Modern Warfare 2 or post Modern Warfare 2?
Okay.
Because it's a different Infinity Ward.
I know. And this is probably going to get me some heat. But I honestly, unironically, I liked, was it Advanced Warfare a lot.
Okay.
I liked that it was different.
Is that Troy's?
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Troy and Kevin Spacey.
The worst thing is that that's how you identify the game.
Yeah, I only played 2 levels of it, and I went back to it twice, and I still couldn't do it.
I loved it. I loved it. I loved that it was different. I loved that it was taking on a little bit more like what's the one with the robots? Oh my god,
Titanfall.
Titanfall. I love.
Well, they had to because the original Infinity Ward went to make Titanfall.
Yeah, and that was one of the greatest games of all time. So was part 2, even better than part 1, was just saying something. And I liked the future stuff, and I hated that everybody was like, "This is not what we signed up for. We want everything to be exactly the same and exactly the." Yeah. I was like,
it's like people were comparing it to Halo.
I like that it was different, and that, to me, Advanced Warfare was the last really good Call of Duty because it actually had like a cohesive story that ended, and then everything after that was just kind of like oh, it's open world now, but the open world is you just kind of get to go there instead of there, and then it's just go in this room, shoot everybody. Okay. Oh, by the way, here's a big bad guy. It's the guy from Game of Thrones, and he's going to die off screen, and then you're going to find him. So there's not going to be anything that you could do. You got to kill Kevin Spacey, goddammit. Okay. So
spoiler. I mean, come on, Louis. I was going to restart that game for the 8th time. For the 8th time. Get to the second level, stop, and then start over.
At this point, that's a spoiler that is going to get people to play it more. Because now we know things.
If I'm going to say anything on Call of Duty, I'll at least shout out that like I do enjoy the Call of Duty games. I do play them from time to time. I'm not diehard by any means. I mean, shit, Jake and I, 6 months ago, were trying to get me 100% of the game achievements on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and then we did 3. I don't know if we did 3. It was all Spec Ops. It was all the Spec Ops.
Spec Ops missions. They were so much fun.
We started 3. We were having a blast with it because I love the co-op modes like that. I've been playing some of the newer ones. Like I recently played through Modern Warfare, the new Modern Warfare, and I enjoyed the story. And then I played through the Modern Warfare 2, the new Modern Warfare 2, and I enjoyed that as well. The problem is those campaigns don't stick with me.
No.
I enjoy them when I play them. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. This is fun. This is crazy. And then as soon as I'm done with it, I'm like, what happened again?
But the thing that sucks about it is I just felt they got so lazy. Like, it's not even that it's like it's hard that you're saying the new Modern Warfare. It's also a new story, an alternate universe of those same characters from the original one. That's the part that irritates me. Like Roach,
maybe we're not sure.
I'm like, it's in my head. I'm like, wait, what happened? Did this person die?
That guy died.
Hold on. What's going on?
It's funny that we're even spending this much time on Call of Duty because I honestly didn't expect it. But I wanted to mention too, I'm like, oh yeah, Black Ops 6. When was Black Ops 5? And then I'm like, oh right, that was World at War? No. Cold War was Black Ops 5. I played the shit out of Cold War. I didn't play any of the story though. I only played multiplayer.
I mean, that's what you get it for the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Not me, sadly.
If it has co-op, I will play the co-op.
This nerd likes games and story. Character
Wait,
development.
you're telling me you played Call of Duty for the multiplayer?
Hell yeah.
That's like reading Playboy for the articles. Come on, get real. No. I Black Ops was always, it was good, but it never really grabbed my attention. That's why I liked the Infinity Ward ones, because they always felt just more grander. And Black Ops felt way, I will admit, the Black Ops multiplayer was always better than the Infinity Ward ones. And so I think Treyarch was the one who did most of the Black Ops, right?
Treyarch is Black Ops, yes.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, Treyarch is great when it comes to the multiplayer, but it just never stuck with the story. And I liked having the option. Play the story, get better at it, and then go into multiplayer. And the only ones I really remember, honestly, Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, and Advanced Warfare. I don't remember Modern Warfare 3. I played it. I don't remember it. And I don't remember all the rest.
All of them.
So real quick,
All
so
of them.
you didn't like the story for Black Ops 1 and 2, or at least 1?
I don't think I ever actually played one.
I remember liking the story, but I don't remember anything that really happened.
I never played
in those
Ghost.
games.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? Like, come on. Like,
I know that line. I know that quote. But that's kind of it. I don't remember what those mean.
Because at that point, I had the option where it's like, if I'm going to buy a $60 game every year, I know I want the Infinity Ward ones because I like them. I
but now you don't have to.
Now I don't. I haven't in years, especially now that the last one was free anyway, and there was all those promises and like. So anyway, yeah, I'm bored again. Let's move on.
Well, I was just gonna try to at least mention that it's been confirmed that Black Ops 6 is going to be a day one Game Pass release. So if you have Game
of course
Pass,
I'm going to play it.
You can play it. That's fine with me. I'm like, hey, if it's got co-op mode, if it's got something like if me and Jake can get in and do some Spec Ops, like, dude, let's fucking bro hard on Spec Ops for the weekend. Like, let's go.
For the love of God, please give me hide and seek. Hide and seek was the best goddamn thing in a long time, and they made it that thing where like they're like, hey, it only comes out like once a month. I want to find the person that decided that. I want to go to their home, and I just want to talk to them. I just want to talk to them.
I always loved it was a gun game and one in the chamber.
Gun game is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Gun game is fantastic. I will admit to that because that one's kind of an equalizer.
But it's been years though since like I played those match types on those games because it's like I like to play in a group. I don't really have groups. Like I don't have friends. I don't have people like who are you guys? Like I don't have people to play with.
People.
Maybe that'll change. Maybe that'll change when new Black Ops comes out.
Maybe. I mean, Jake, you and I talked
though.
about playing Modern Warfare 2 last year, and we only played together once, I think, and then
we played together once. Yeah, that's right. But so I'm gonna say though, I can see why they're doing this though. Like they have their own little showcase. I mean, Microsoft did just buy them essentially, so like put up or shut up type of deal. Like go big, go home.
What you got going on?
Well, I mean,
so hopefully,
historically, the Call of Duty games always seem to get revealed around this time of the year, anyways, and now they're just kind of wrapping it into the bigger package. Sorry, you were
by the way
something package.
all I know is they're gonna be a freaking awesome Mountain Dew Doritos sponsorship this year.
I need that double XP.
I need that double XP
Code
on
Red.
my.
Are they gonna make another Xbox with the lime green?
Man, don't. All right,
Sell that for $10,000.
Xbox just needs to stop making consoles they're not going to sell.
Is that right?
They just need to stop. That's irritating me.
That pisses me off.
I'm gonna come back to that. If I remember at the end of this podcast, I'm gonna touch back on it.
I'm still mad that they did that Halo limited edition console that was available to buy, but it was very limited. And then it was like almost immediately getting like resold for like twice as much.
The world
like, anyways.
Yay, the silicone.
So we know they're doing the Black Ops 6 presentation after the original show. Let's talk about some of the things we think or assume we think we know is going to be at this presentation. So like we're pretty much guaranteed to see something like Indiana Jones. I'm sure we're going to see a new update or trailer
release date
on the Indiana Jones game. Probably an update because I think they said that's due out this year at some point.
I'm interested.
I assume we're going to get some information or updates on the Starfield DLC that's due to come out very soon. And all of the big games that we know are coming in the near future this year, most likely like an Avowed update, also most likely. And there's the rumors, or it's been confirmed, I don't know exactly, that the next Doom game has been officially announced. So that's the big one. Yes, I'm actually quite excited for this. From what we know, the next Doom game will be shown at this presentation, and it's going to be called Doom: The Dark Ages, which is actually a really perfect kind of like way to go with Doom. I'm actually really interested in like what that'll do, especially if you play Doom Eternal. You know about the references to the old Slayers from like the past, and I think that's what they're going to try to do. Louis, you're nodding. You agree?
Dude, like that's my pick. If I had anything, I don't there's so many other things, that kind of, at least that you guys pointed out to me, like, well, what about this? What about this? I'm like, didn't play, don't care. Like, yeah, that's, duck, doom. That's exactly where I'm at this point. Is I like Eternal was so, like, okay, 2016, awesome, fucking just a great game. Fantastic. It was much better than anyone ever expected. Everyone was like talking shit about it. They're like, there's no way, and you can look up. Like it was I remember it was like just hated on. And everyone was like, this is not going to be good. And then it came out, shut everybody up, put its goddamn money where its mouth was. And then when the second one came out, I was like, oh, they're going to do that stupid thing where, like, I don't know, you start off overpowered and then like he gets hit by one guy and his armor shatters.
Like a Metroidvania style, like, oh no, I've lost all of my stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it all over again. This one's like, no, you start off with everything that you got in the first one, and now we're just gonna add to it. And it just got better, and it got stronger, and it got like so much more ballsy. And there is one thing that I'm a little bit worried about. Not too much, because the new guy is doing pretty good, I think, personally. But yeah, we're not getting the same music.
Oh yeah, that's the soundtracks were so good for that.
Well, there was a lot. I saw a lot of stuff that like explained like what happened, and yeah, good for him. He does other rock music now, and he does a lot more games, and they are way cool.
If you want to know what Louis and I is referring to, you can Google the artist that did the music for Doom and find out elsewhere.
I feel like I know about that, but I think I'm gonna have to.
It was bad.
Refresh myself, because
you can do a Google. Like, we don't need to get into it here. That's a whole thing.
It weren't good. It's a lot, and I love him. I still listen to. He does like a lot of stuff with a lot of bands. There's some really, that created a whole new genre of metal. I'm a big metalhead, and this is called ardent metal, which is just fucking. Even come on, Argent. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh God, from that game. I'm literally thinking of it right now, and I want to break something. Where's my cat? Oh, he's asleep. Never mind.
Okay, so before we go too further down the Doom.
I will doom this whole podcast.
I was actually really excited because it was originally going to be one of my, like, I predict the new Doom game's going to get announced, but I'm glad that it's more or less been confirmed. Now I'm just hyped to see the trailer. Like, yeah, I can't wait to like dig into that trailer and see what we're going to get, especially after how amazing Doom Eternal was. Let's see, what do we think is going to be there on top of that? I have on here, we've gone over everything. I assume we might get some new stuff on Activision Blizzard games. Like, it would probably be like a Blizzard Activision like highlight reel of some sort of like, here's all the crap from Activision Blizzard. That's happening. About Overwatch. Here's an update for Overwatch. About World of Warcraft. Here's an update. Maybe they finally do the World of Warcraft console edition. That's been a back and forth ongoing rumor that they might do that.
Cool. How cool and time wasting that will be for my life.
Maybe that'll happen now that we get like an Xbox version of World of Warcraft. And
I mean, you can play mouse and keyboard on Xbox.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Why not?
But there's also like Final Fantasy 14 is a fully functional, fully equipped MMO that you can play on keyboard. Like, Square nailed the gamepad controls for an MMO.
Yeah,
like they did a really good job with that. It works really well. So I think others could adapt that.
I've played a lot of games that copied that same structure, and they work fine on all systems. Like it's a pretty solid system.
Yeah.
So I can see it working out. Again, my only problem with that is it's so overwhelmingly big.
True. Yeah. That's the other thing.
I will play for 16 hours straight and then be like, what else is on? And then never go back.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Jake, but I feel like there's been a lot of rumors saying that Gear 6 will be at this presentation.
I almost don't want to say anything.
Oh, jinx it.
All right. So for the past 5 years, since Gears 5 was released, which was the last mainline title in the series, anybody who's still a Gears fan nowadays that's holding on to hope, it's literally just come to desperation of every year was, okay, maybe we'll get something Gears this year. Maybe we'll get something Gears this year. Maybe. No, all right, next year. Next year comes around. Maybe we'll get something. No. It's gotten to the point to where like I thought last year was going to be it. I have two sides of me right now. This year, I don't want to be disappointed. I'm trying to keep my hopes down. Like, no, it is what it is. It shows, but then I can't resist the gear in me. So I'm just like, I need it. It's coming this year. I know it. But it's been 5 years. That sounds about right. Development time wise, like, hey.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of big AAA games take 5 to 7 years to develop. So if they're showing it might still be a year or two before the game actually comes out.
No, exactly. So, because I think the last update, I mean, I could be wrong. You can fact check me on it, but it was maybe like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, possibly, when they ended support for Gears 5. They said that Gears 6 will be on Unreal Engine 5, and like they're building that from like the ground up. So like they're starting work on it. So expect it to be a while before any update. I mean, it's been a while. It's been freaking 3 years since that update. And like literally, if you go to their post right now, it's literally the only thing you'll see on there is like we have a new T-shirt for like suicide awareness or something like that. That's it. That's like the only thing they've done in like 3 years is like we have a campaign for this. But there's been a lot of talk. There's been a lot of rumors. Nothing actually confirmed. But I mean, I'm so hopeful. I am hoping that this is the year to where, I mean, it'll be a banger for Xbox if it comes out. Especially because if Gear 6 doesn't come out this year, I at least want a trailer for it. I don't expect it to come out this year. I expect it to either come out next year or maybe 2026.
Yeah.
But like I want a trailer for that. I want one of those awesome freaking Gears trailers that
Mad
they do
World,
with really
baby.
sad
Mad World.
music, Mad World, Sound of Silence, freaking what's it called? Like Heron Blue from Gears 3. Oh my god. So good. If we don't get that, I mean, no, you know what? No, I'm putting all my eggs in the basket. We're getting that. We're gonna get screw my other.
So much for keeping your hopes low.
I need a Gears.
We almost had it.
So other than that, I think that's something they can announce. But I think what they might have also been working on, which I would love, I know everybody in the Gears community would want it, is a Gears collection, like Master Chief style like collection. The ability to go through and play those games while we wait for Gears 6 would be awesome. And I know there's been a lot of talks about like Xbox bringing their games to PlayStation and whatnot. That's a game I really wouldn't mind if it went to PlayStation. I think that'd be a great marketing tactic. So like, I would make Gears 6 exclusive to Xbox, but have the collection cross-platform. Because if you think about it, if you sell the collection and like Louis, let's say you just only own a PlayStation and you bought it and you're like, oh my goodness, I have this, all the games leading up to the new one. It's great. I want to play this now. Let me go buy the console so I can go play it now. But I mean, even if it's...
Or at least you have to get like a Game Pass subscription to play it, because that was more of the business model they'd probably prefer you to go for.
Probably. I don't know. They're not... I don't want to throw shade to PlayStation with having other games having a PlayStation...
Well, I'm talking about Xbox specifically. Like Xbox would want you to sign up for a Game Pass membership to play the new game more than anything. But
man, like I'm hyped. I mean, like we waited how long for like Halo Infinite? How was long the wait between 5 and Infinite? That seemed like forever as well. It might have been
Halo
just as
5
long.
also came out in 2015 or 2016. Yeah, it was 2015. Yeah, and this other thing too is like what's going on with Halo now, because I know
exactly
there's been a lot of talks about what 343 is doing and I don't expect anything from Halo at this show.
I don't either, sadly.
But
other than like maybe like new skins for
the new content updates that they're doing. They're like ditching the seasons and going to content updates, which I'm fine with. It still works. They're just smaller versions and a separate Halo tangent. But I agree with you that if we're getting anything for Gears, what I would like to see is either Gears 6 is coming this year. Like it's here. We're finally getting it. It's done. It's going to hit Game Pass in November. great, awesome, sweet. But if we don't get Gears this year, if we don't get Gears 6 this year, I want that. I want the Gears collection and say, Gears 6 has still got a few more years in the oven. We'll be releasing it sometime in 2025 or 26 or whatever. But in the meantime, we're dropping the Gears collection today, on Game Pass. You can play all the games,
But so here's what I would like. They did that a few years back for like the 10th anniversary or something for Gears 1, the Ultimate Edition. The one Dan you and I just played the story like 2 weeks ago. That was great and all, but I would have loved if they would have added like a horde mode. I know horde wasn't in the original Gears 1, but I would have loved if they added some type of horde. Like, because that game was strictly multiplayer versus or campaign. I'm a big horde guy. I love horde mode.
Horde is blessed.
But and playing, if you were to include those games, I don't know how you would do it. Maybe you would do it Halo style, where like you have everything from every game, or you have a playlist. I don't know, but I just want to play it. I want to play it. I want to play it with my friends. I want it in my veins. I want Anya telling me stuff to do, and then Marcus yelling control, and just hearing all the noises and the guns and the arms ripping and the
chainsaw.
Rip and tear until it is done. Sorry, wrong franchise.
You need a Gears and Doom crossover.
No, they don't stand a
all I'm
chance.
saying is if we get that next week, I'm just gonna like full on Marcus Phoenix do-rag it and just
get
like I've been on I've talked about it quite a bit. I'm tired of console exclusives because consoles themselves are just not doing so hot.
I mean, Xbox is getting away from that as it is anyways.
I was gonna say I love what you said about that, Dan. That the it feels more like they're gonna do like a Steam thing, just be another platform that you can buy those things off of. And I've been saying that for a while, that like, if they want us to buy the consoles, make the consoles something that I want to buy, not the games on the consoles, because eventually you should have every game out. If we know anything about that, it's a bad idea to have anything console exclusive, because Final Fantasy Rebirth has not been doing as hot as it should be. Once that thing opens up the PC, it's going to outsell everything in the universe. But the problem is that they put it on the exclusive and they're like, how come we're not making the numbers? You're not making the numbers on a platform, on a game device that you made suck for years, that nobody bought because it sucks, and you don't know why nobody's buying another thing they don't have.
But like everybody's still in the PS4 though. Like
everyone has a PS4.
They have such a high, like most of their fan base is still on the PS4.
That's why Remake did well on the PS4. Nobody wants to buy Remake on the PS4 or Rebirth. Is Rebirth even on the PS4? I don't think it's on the PS4. I think it's only on the PS5. And if it is on the PS4, they're like, well, it's going to come to the computer anyway, because that's what happened to me. I was like, I'm not going to get a PS5, so I just got the big fucking awesome rig that I have here. And then it came out on there, and I'm like, well, I bought it for $70 on the PlayStation 4, but I have this now. I'll spend $70 again, and I spent $70 again because I'm a cheap slut. But anyway,
I want to piggyback off of that, because I was going to mention there's going to be a third-party presence. There has to be. There's no way this is going to be all like Xbox Studios and whatnot. So we're going to get third-party something. Like, we just got the new trailer for the new Monster Hunter Wilds game at the PlayStation event the other day. I wouldn't be surprised to see other like Capcom stuff. I don't expect any huge announcements third-party wise. Maybe. I don't know if we're going to get the announcements of the next Resident Evil remake anytime soon, but I know and assume Capcom's working on Resident Evil remakes. There's rumors of them remaking 0 and 1, Code Veronica. Who knows those yet?
We're going to do everything and try to figure out 5 before we get to 5 and 6.
But there's a few things I would like to see.
Was that rail shooter one?
The rail shooter. There's been a bunch of other games that we know are coming close or getting soon that we could easily get a trailer for in the showcase, like Black Myth Wukong is set to come out sometime this year. I wouldn't mind seeing a new trailer for that at the Xbox showcase. There's a bunch of other like Genshin Impact like clones coming that I wouldn't be surprised we see trailers for. It's been confirmed that Kana Bridge of Spirits, which was a PlayStation exclusive PC game, is now coming to Xbox in August. So I think we'll most likely get like a trailer for that to like, hey, Xbox release for Kenna, it's coming in August, which I'm really excited about. I love that game. I'm looking forward to playing it on Xbox again. We're playing it again, but on Xbox this time. Is there any other like third-party games you can think of other than that? And I'm gonna steamroll myself because I wanted to mention I'm hoping that because of Square, with Square Enix is now going, rebooting their marketing and going multi-platform with everything. How great would it be if they were like, guess what? Final Fantasy VII's coming to Xbox now because Square got screwed.
What, are they still under contract or something with them? Like,
7 probably is. 7 probably is stuck on PlayStation, but
not necessarily. I think I want to say it was a couple of days ago
or something.
No, I think on the first of this month, a couple days ago, that the even Rebirth is allowed to be on other platforms at any time from right now until whenever. I just think they're sitting on it because they're like, but PlayStation, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie, it was the gamers that really did that. Because when what was it, 13, I think, or 14? I don't remember which one came onto Xbox. Every fanboy lost their shit, and they're like, Final Fantasy is only for PlayStation, and here we are a few years later going, put it on everything. It sucks that I have to get a PlayStation to get it. It's kind of like, yeah, all right, we made this monster. That was absolutely yes. But back then there was only consoles. The computers weren't as good as they are now.
Yeah.
I mean, they were, but they weren't as purchasable. You shut up, Louis. God damn it. My mind is all over the place.
Yeah, but anyways, I'm hoping, like, especially in the vein of the PlayStation event where they showed new footage for Silent Hill 2 remake, which is going to be a PlayStation 5 and PC day one release, which confuses me, other than the fact that I think Sony helped support that game, or they helped back it in some form or fashion, which is like, okay, whatever. I don't know what Konami's thinking, because Silent Hill 2 originally was multi-platform. It wasn't exclusive. Silent Hill 1 was, but Silent Hill 2 came out on the original Xbox and had its extra, was it Shattered Memories? Somebody's going to hate on me for getting that wrong, but there's the other version of Silent Hill 2 that was also on Xbox. And immediately when I saw that Silent Hill 2 was going to release on PlayStation 5 and PC, my first thought is, I'm buying that fucker on PC. Like, I'm not going to go out of my way to play it on PlayStation at this point. And I'm, like you said, it's that exclusivity thing of like,
yeah. I remember when you told me that, I didn't actually respond to it, but when I saw it said and PC, I'm like,
yeah,
I'm happy now. I'm good with that. It just, I mean, like, honestly, the PC is a like, even if not everything has a great port, even remake 7 remake, what didn't have a great port at the beginning, it eventually got there. Most games don't start great, whether they're going from PC to console or vice versa. I assume that's a very challenging thing because of the hardware and stuff like that. But
I think it's gotten easier for games to come out in a very similar state on release, especially when the games are designed with that in mind from the beginning.
I mean, that kind of goes hand in hand with what we're talking about anyway in the first place, is that most consoles are so similar that what's the point of having a different one? If you like PlayStation because you like the PlayStation Store more than Xbox's store, then just get that one. And I keep saying the only reason why Nintendo is kicking everybody's ass right now is because it is actually different. Like, if you have a PC, you're not going to get an Xbox or a PlayStation. If you have a PlayStation, why would you get either the other two? It doesn't matter at this point. But make something that is going to make me want what you have. But Xbox or Nintendo actually does make stuff that is really good and only that you can get on Nintendo. So that's why they're winning. But as far as Xbox goes, I did lose a lot of faith in the past few months. Wonder what happened. But there are still some good games that are coming out, and especially hearing the stuff for like Game Pass, because I do have Game Pass. As pissed off as I am at them, I still have Game Pass. I still get into it. I still love playing the stuff. I'm still playing Liza P on it. I'm almost done. I swear to God. What was the Another Crab's Treasure was fucking incredible. It's still really good. I'm still trying to get back into that one a little bit because I have so many backlogs. Every time I go, there's a new game that I wish I didn't buy 10 years ago and beat several times already because it's now free. But, they do have a great catalog. They honestly have an incredible catalog. And so to see that there's some of these games that are coming up that are going to be day one. Yes, please.
Mm.
Yes, please.
I can't really think of any third party that might be there because I'm like Ubisoft has their own event that week, right?
I think so. You could be right.
Like I don't know, like why I don't know if they would show up there. Something I am kind of curious about. It's not like third party or anything, but like what was the game Kojima was working on? Was that ever announced or was that just
It has a name, like a code name. It's OD. That's the project that Kojima is working on for Xbox.
I wonder if it'll be too early for that.
I have that in my notes for our like big prediction stuff. So to get us closer to that, let's get into the things that might be at the showcase that we think could possibly make a showing. So to start us off, there's Fable 4. We haven't had anything new on Fable in 2 years.
Oh my god, has it been 2 years?
I think it's been 2 years since the announcement trailer.
I think it's been like a year.
I think it's been longer than that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So yeah, I mean, I think we're due for new information on Fable. And that's another one that I'd like to see either, hey, this is coming this year, or, give us something, I guess. I mean, it's either a no-show or it's on its way. That's usually how they do these things now. And I kind of appreciate that they don't talk about something unless it's like right there. Like screw Grand Theft Auto and announcing it's coming in 3 years. Like, thanks. Cool.
I don't care.
Yeah, dude. Cool story, bro.
But there's the thing too, is Xbox had announced a whole bunch of games years ago that we haven't seen updates on in a while. And another big one is Perfect Dark.
Mm-hmm.
They announced Perfect Dark in 2020. We got that teaser trailer, and then it's gone very, very, very dark since then.
Perfect.
Yeah. What you did there. Clever boys.
So maybe we'll get an update on Perfect Dark. I keep hearing mixed things on Perfect Dark. I see one thing that says Perfect Dark's doing really good. It's coming along great. And then I see another thing that says Perfect Dark's in trouble. It's going to suck. And then like, what? How do you people know? Are you just guessing? Who tells you this?
I saw a picture once. I don't like it. Okay. Can we wait till the game comes out and then talk about it, please?
Yeah.
What happened to that? What happened to seeing the product first and then, this is what I had. Now I have thoughts.
And there's 3 other games I've noted that we got trailers for. We got teasers, but they haven't shown anything on those games in a long time. And that is Contraband, which is a smuggler open world game by Avalanche Studios. State of Decay 3, which also had a cinematic trailer back in 2020. I think the same year as Perfect Dark. And then Everwild. Everwild is a Rare game that they announced in 2019. And it had very much a Sea of Thieves aesthetic, but it's this very open world, pretty adventure, jungly wildlife game. It looked really cool. We've gotten nothing on that game since they announced it in 2019. But I'm really hopeful to hear news on Contraband, State of Decay 3, and Everwild. I would like to see something on either of those games or any of those games. Especially Contraband's kind of got my interest peaked. Not to mention State of Decay is a fun co-op survival game, which if you haven't played it, they're pretty good time, especially playing with friends. Pausing to allow someone to jump in if they have any thoughts.
I've heard of none of them. So you got Marvel's Blade there.
Yeah, so those are some of the more recent games, things that we know of or can expect. Clockwork Revolution.
About Blade.
Yeah, Clockwork Revolution was announced last year, so it might be a little too soon for that. Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn was announced a while ago, and I think it's set to come out sometime this year. So I would be surprised, or I'm hopeful to see something on that. If you haven't heard of that game, check it out. It looks like a really cool action RPG. Visions of Mana. They featured Visions of Mana at that last Xbox showcase, and I put Marvel's Blade on there because we've only gotten the announcement that they're working on Marvel's Blade with Arcane. Thank you. The mainline studio of the other studio that got shut down a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Thanks for opening that wound again, man.
Arcane is working on Marvel's Blade. So hope maybe we'll get
Ooh.
something on that.
All right, I'm gonna go balls to the walls here because I don't know if it's exclusive or not because I don't know.
We have no idea.
Amy Hennig's game, Captain America and Black Panther, was that
Mm.
exclusive to the PS5 or was that for both?
I don't remember hearing anything about exclusivity with that.
Because I know they got Wolverine, but I'm curious. I'm like, dude, I can't remember.
But Sony doesn't own Wolverine like they do Spider-Man.
I think they do. I think it's going to be exclusive to PS5.
We might need to do a fact check on that if you want to do some Googling, and I'll go over some.
Because it's Insomniac. Insomniac's making Wolverine.
Yeah, Insomniac's making Wolverine, but
I thought
Sony
it was
doesn't.
exclusive for PS5. We're not talking
Wolverine
about
will be exclusive. Yes.
No, that's what I said. No, that's what I meant.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about. Okay.
I think I understood both of your guys'
separate
side.
things that we were.
That's why I was kind of like, wait,
Huh?
who's talking about what now?
Insomniac is making Wolverine.
I was confusing you talking about Insomniac's Wolverine with Amy Hennig's Captain America and Black Panther. Gotcha.
My question is the Captain America Black Panther, is that exclusive or not?
Not that I know of.
And will we see more? Because I mean, that trailer was kind of cool.
I didn't actually watch that trailer.
Dan's like, I don't. What's a game? I don't know what.
Something else we're due for updates on is Stalker 2, because that game was supposed to be this big, massive Xbox exclusive launch title back in like 2022. I think it was supposed to come out originally, and it got delayed due to the war that was happening.
That's the post-apocalyptic thing, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a
Chernobyl.
Yeah, Chernobyl, like realistic Fallout kind of thing. It's a very beloved series on the PC. They did put out a port for the original Stalkers on Xbox last year, I think. But yeah, Stalker 2 looks incredible. Hopefully it's going to get an update. There was also supposed to be the other Bloodlines game that kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. Who knows what happened there? And I also have Replaced on here. I put Replaced on there because I've been excited for Replaced for years, and that game just seemed to like poof and vanish. If you don't know Replaced, that's another one to look up and check out. It's like a really cool 2.5D cyberpunk action adventure game. I think it looks really sweet.
Man, I'm just, you said cyberpunk, and that's all I can think of is insert celebrity here for cyberpunk deals. No, I'm tired of the celebrity. Stop it.
Not the game, just the genre. Let's move on to some of our predictions and hopeful wet dreams for what might come from this.
Well, I mean,
Gears.
Control. I need to change.
Right, we're still talking about games. Okay, I thought you meant. Never mind. Not important.
What's your hopeful wet dream, Louis?
Nothing about anime characters.
Talking about video games.
What? Right, shit. I so desperately want to hear about Doom. That is, please, that's the one. As far as like, oh yeah, I know, like hopefuls that we don't, out there and all of that. I don't know.
Hi-Fi Rush 2.
It could happen. I mean, it could, but you never know.
That one like that tugged at my heartstring. I was about to cry when you said that. I'm like, yes, if we can hear anything, you know what? Yeah, screw it. I'll take that.
Don't cry on the stream. That's for exclusive members.
I'm a big boy. I could cry if I want to. I like, man, I would love to hear. I'd love to hear them say, some of these great games and these franchises and these studios that unfortunately were let down. Like, they're gonna be fine. Don't worry. You're gonna get a Dishonored 3, full Dishonored 3. You're gonna get another Hi-Fi Rush 2, and 20 other little Hi-Fi Rushes on the side, including ones on games or on the mobiles. I don't care. I want more of them. I want them to be stupid. I need these games. That's my wish. Santa, give me the games that I think are taken away from me and tell me that it's going to be okay and we're not going to get divorced. Mom and Dad are going to stay together forever. Because
is that what we're calling Phil Spencer Santa now?
I am just so scared.
Santa, bring me my game.
Like we talked about it, that hopefully some of these developers is hopefully some of these games are just going to to the other studios wherever they're going to be going. That's my biggest wet dream, is hearing stuff like that is going to be fine. As far as like pinpointing anything, I don't really have anything that I could think of because I purposefully stay out of the loop. So it's a hard thing for me to be like, oh, I have a prediction that this one might come out. I know more about PlayStation than Xbox. Prediction. Yeah, like I know more about PlayStation than Xbox, so I could be like with PlayStation, I could say, like, oh, another Crash Bandicoot. Something, I don't know. Yeah, it could, but like I can't say much for the stance with Xbox. I only recently started getting into Xbox because it's on the PC for me. So it's only literally been a year for me that I've actually been able to play these damn games. Outside of Halo and Gears of War, those were the only two that I played. And again, I only got up to Gears of War 3. So I don't know. I don't know enough about Xbox yet. But I love these conversations. I get to hear from you guys, like the fanboys for it, and I'm like, oh, that does sound really cool.
If I could give you like my like way out there fever pitch wet dream of anything, it'd be like Zone of the Enders 3. There's no fucking way in hell it's gonna happen. It's not an Xbox thing at all.
Right, yeah,
but
okay.
I fucking want it.
Okay.
How's that?
Let me see. All right, so if we're gonna go that far, I'm gonna save until
it's literally impossible to ever get a Zone of the Enders 3.
I don't think mine's that far out there. So I think mine's a little bit more realistic out of y'all's.
I was just trying to give Louis some perspective.
I would love it. I would love a new Banjo-Kazooie game. I freaking love Banjo-Kazooie.
And they could do that. They could absolutely do that.
But don't give me no nuts and bolts. All right, don't give me that. Shit. Don't give me that. Don't give me no nuts and balls. So I want Banjo-Kazooie. I want my Banjo 3. Oh man, that's like it's one of my favorite games of all time. So like, and I feel like Rare. I don't know what has Rare put out recently. Have they put
Sea of Thieves?
Sea of Thieves.
That's it.
Oh my god, no! And they're gonna like stab me in the heart. They're gonna go, Banjo-Kazooie is coming to Xbox. Oh yes, in Sea of Thieves mashup pack, also releasing with Minecraft.
They actually have a Banjo-Kazooie themed stuff in Sea of Thieves.
What?
Yeah.
You're lying to me.
No, I'm not. Go play Sea of Thieves.
I don't want to play. I don't want to play Sea of Thieves. I got so much stuff to do. I got to play the parts. The Caribbean.
I think I actually played Sea of Thieves.
Caribbean DLC.
I think that's a good one because I think Xbox would benefit from having a better, broader spectrum of games, especially like the old school like platformers and mascot games. Like they did good with Crash Bandicoot, and they have the option to bring back Crash Bandicoot. But I think they should have like the Banjo-Kazooies, or I think what Xbox could really use is a Ratchet and Clank type of game. Like they need
I
that.
want like a Sly Cooper type game, but Xbox. That would be awesome. I mean, I don't even care if it is Xbox multi-platform. Give me Sly Cooper.
Just give me Sly Cooper.
It does feel like they're pretty abject to, the more childish style, I guess. Except for like Psychonauts, like that's
Psychonauts is really good.
You can get.
Yeah,
and that is fantastic. I would have said Psychonauts 3, like when you were saying it, that was the first thing that popped up, and I'm like, we just got 2, and I still haven't beat it yet.
Well, 2 was 2 years ago. They could be making 3.
I'm fine with that, but it wouldn't be anytime soon.
Psychonauts 2 is fantastic. That's a great action adventure game. Like that was so good.
Goddamn good. Jesus. I mean, the first one was also phenomenal.
I know what I want now. I know what I want from Santa.
Santa Spencer.
Santa Spencer, if you're sitting here, I'm gonna pull up a chair, I'm gonna sit on your lap. I want Fusion Frenzy 2. Make it happen.
The existing Fusion Frenzy 2, or
there is one. Oh my god, there is a 2, isn't there?
You mean 3?
Give me no. Make it like Modern Warfare, like how you do that now, like 2.
Yeah, like make it a live service game or something.
It's new but old,
Fusion Frenzy Ultimate.
I want a new Fusion Frenzy. Those were so much fun.
Give me a Fusion Frenzy that I can play online with my friends.
I mean, that's the least I can ask for. Just make the original.
Just give me the dishwasher game. That's what I call it. I don't remember what it's called. I call it the dishwasher game.
The one you just run and jump. You jump and duck.
Jump and duck.
And the water's falling out.
Yeah.
I like that and the little like rolly balls and the platforms.
Like American Gladiator, like.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Fusion Frenzy, man. Fusion Frenzy.
Washing machine.
Is it on?
Fusion Frenzy 2 is on Game Pass.
It should. I think the first one is.
I think the second one is too.
The sad part is I only recall there being one Fusion Frenzy.
Because I never really played the second one. I only ever played the first one.
Okay. Well, then maybe because my first experience with it was the little trial it came with Jet Set Radio and then Fusion Frenzy and the car game or something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want games.
Just give me all the games.
Give me all the games.
Fusion Frenzy, right?
All right. So to get into like a more realistic thing here, that like there's a rumor about this, and I don't know if it's true or not, but there was a inklings on the internet that Xbox is gonna bring back a classic JRPG Xbox series, which mostly talks or speaks to Mistwalker Studios. Mistwalker Studios made games exclusive for Xbox. Then they were great RPGs. There was Lost Odyssey and there was Blue Dragon. But most importantly to me is Lost Odyssey. I would love to see Lost Odyssey come back either in a remake or like a sequel or something. I have no idea what the status of Mistwalker Studios is now, other than they put out an iPhone game a few years ago. But I would love to see, like, I know Santa Spencer has been working on the Japanese collaborations with studios. So, like, yeah, absolutely. Give me a new Lost Odyssey or a remake or a Lost Odyssey 2. I don't know, something along those lines. I think that would be great.
I love Santa Spencer. I'm sorry. I can't get over that. That's like the greatest name right now. Just
if you put me,
dear Santa Spencer, for Christmas, for Xbox Christmas,
SS Spencer.
If you put me on Spencer's lap, I would ask for 2. Please, we make PT and give us finally. Jesus Christ! I'm gonna drop back. Give us finally Half-Life 4, because Half-Life 3 was so goddamn beautiful. And yes, you heard me right.
Talking about Half-Life Alex?
It was no Half-Life 3. It was a beautiful game. I like when Goku came in and fought with Batman for a little while, and then
now you're just trolling Nick specifically.
If you haven't seen that video, watch that video. There is a video for what was it? The honest trailer for Half-Life 3. Amazing.
Oh yeah.
All right.
It's so good.
My last one. Just because I had so much fun with it. Dan and we talked about this a few weeks ago. I want more Army of 2.
Right.
I want Army of 2. I want the online. Why do you put Army of 1
Army
on
of 1.
Game Pass? You put Army of 2 1, the first one. Why do you put that on Game Pass? And the servers are down. We can't play it. It's pointless to me.
Unless you do coach co-op, that's the only way to play that game, which is like,
get some IRL friends, man.
I don't have those.
All my IRL friends don't live with me.
Let me be like freaking Iron Man and just start building friends.
You're like, let me go grab my kid, and we're just gonna go to a bar together.
I got one of those. Awesome.
Just gotta wait a few years. One of these days, you're gonna play Army of 2 with me.
One of these days, you will be the T in 2.
The kid's just chewing the controller, and you're like, "You're not shooting him. I'm holding him down."
Yeah, I
miss those type of games. I miss
video game preservation too. Like if there's a way, if Xbox could step in and be like, we will host servers for games that have been shut down because the publishers didn't want to keep paying for it. Like.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking more of like Army 2 and Game Pass and whatnot. And the Xbox 360 servers are going down soon, like the original Xbox 360 servers. So like certain games you will not be able to buy digitally anymore. I would like to see like a new batch of games. It doesn't have to be a lot, but just like another batch of games, like 360 or original Xbox, you know that too, added to Game Pass. I would love that, because I know they haven't done that in a long time. I think they were stopping it.
No, we did talk about live games. I don't trust them that much because eventually they're just not gonna exist anymore. Well, apparently that was an unpopular opinion, but I'm just saying. Just saying. There are some great live games, of course, like obviously Hellblade 2 was the most recent example. But I'll give you another example. Overwatch. Yeah. Yeah.
Bye.
You don't want to keep talking shit to me? Yeah. Remember how well that went?
I know, like the Avengers
Let's go play
game.
Overwatch 1. I still have the disc. Oh, wait a minute.
I'm just going to fast forward to the point to where all this means the last thing Santa Spencer is going to announce is he gets his own skin in Fortnite.
Wow.
Oof.
Close out the
Santa
show.
Spencer running through
He's
Fortnite.
And one more thing. The much requested Santa Spencer skin will release on Xbox exclusive this summer in Fortnite.
It better be that night, damn it. They're going to give an announcement like that and not give it to me immediately.
Right now.
Even
We're
though
shadow dropping it
literally don't
right
play it.
now.
I have
I
two.
And if
don't
you're an
care.
owner of Game Pass, good for you.
I hate Fortnite.
Boom. I have two last things that are actually more realistic predictions that
Uh-oh.
well, realistic and hopeful, because we already kind of hinted at the Kojima project. I'm hoping that we might get an update on the Kojima project. It might be way too soon. Who knows? But we did get that little teaser not long ago. We got like a bunch of like images of people and doing face mocap, and it's like, oh, they're kind of using that same technology that Hellblade did to get the facial mocap. We know it might be some sort of a horror experience of some sort, not necessarily a game, but I would like anything, any kind of news, any kind of updates, more than just a project name of OD. Maybe it's PT. Louis, you said you wanted, maybe it's like OD PT. Maybe it's something along those lines. It's Kojima making a horror game. Who knows?
I thought that's what Death Stranding was going to be. I mean, there was elements, but he's always had elements of horror anyway.
Yeah.
Which is how we all knew it was going to be perfect when we heard he was going to do the game. And then he showed us not only was it perfect, it was more perfect than any perfect that perfection could have ever perfected. And then it was taken away from us because people are spiteful and humans suck.
Well,
on that happy note,
my last hopeful thing that I would like to see out of this showcase is an announcement that Dave the Diver comes to Xbox. This is a legitimate hope because the game is out everywhere else. It's on PlayStation, it's on Nintendo, it's on PC, and they just released a free Godzilla DLC that I'm dying to play.
I knew it.
But I'm like, I'm afraid to buy the game somewhere else and then be like, it's coming to Xbox. Like, fuck.
Yeah, because you also got to figure they're probably going to do like a bunch of indie games because like that's something we really haven't talked about. We've been talking about all these like bigger games. Like,
yeah,
I could see that. I could see that happening.
Yeah, like I'm literally, like I said, I was just looking at Dave the Diver on Steam. It was on sale, and I was like, it's in my cart, and I'm ready to hit purchase. And I'm like, I'll be damned if I purchase this thing, and then next week Xbox announces that it's coming to Xbox, and I'll be like, I'm going to wait until after the showcase at least, because I want to play that Godzilla DLC, if nothing else. It looks really cool. I watched the story trailer for it, and I was like, just my Godzilla nerd heart was just like geeking out, especially after
you like Godzilla?
They just released Godzilla -1 on Netflix, which we watched 3 times over the weekend. So
it's good?
It's pretty good. It's a good time. You should
watch it.
You should probably check it out. The English dubbing's not bad too. They did a good job with the English dubbing. Godzilla. Did you guys have any last things you might want to see or hope to see?
Last minute Christmas wish
for
Santa Spencer. I also want the announcement of the Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 2 with Metal Gear Solid 4.
It's with 4 or nothing,
or just 4. Just give me 4. We're gonna play 3 at some point. Maybe is 3 a PlayStation exclusive? No, it's multi-platform.
Yeah, 3 Delta's coming to Xbox. Delta is coming.
Yeah, announce 3 and 4 all day.
I'm just hoping that Konami is going to pull their head out of their asses too, and they're going to take a beat from Square and be like, we should do multi-platform. We should not do exclusives.
I don't want to ask Konami anything actually for Christmas because they're just going to send me skateboards.
All right. You heard it first, Santa Spencer. This is what we want. This is what we need. And Scalebound.
Oh no, I was waiting for it.
Yeah,
I was waiting for it. I was like, damn, I'm gonna say Scalebound at some point. I know.
Well, Scalebound, just like Zone of the Enders 3, will never, ever happen.
Not with that attitude, yeah.
Doesn't matter what my attitude is, it ain't gonna happen. That's why I'm talking about it now.
Is it gonna happen like Gears 6 is gonna be announced this year? It's gonna happen.
It's gonna be announced. You watch
like last year.
I've
given
up hope.
You're gonna rewind to this part in next week's episode. You're gonna rewind and be like, "I told you, Louis. I told you. I told you."
You know what's gonna be hilarious. You know what's gonna be hilarious is that this is going to be just like one big showcase of nothing but DLC for games that already exist.
It's just be a like endless live service game announcements. Like, no,
It's just like, okay, remember how y'all didn't like the Suicide Squad? Well, here's more DLC. Like,
Oh my God.
wow.
I'm not excited for DLC much anymore. I mean, like, just to
Well,
be
because it's
I get more
meaningless now.
upset at DLC. It's like, why the
Because
fuck didn't you give me this when I bought it? I
because
just
it's
want it
like-
now.
I'm not hyped. Like, I love Starfield. Don't get me wrong. I love Starfield when it came out. I 100% of the game. 1,000 gamers scored it. I'm not. My interest though is moved on. I've moved on, and I don't know if I can come back. Like, I don't love it enough to come back.
I guess
when
it
there's
depends
so
on how
much out there to
substantial
play.
that DLC is.
Exactly. But like, same thing with like, I know we're talking about PlayStation again. Spider-Man. At some point, there's still DLC coming out for that. I'm like, that game's almost like over 6 months old as well. Like, you missed the boat. Like 2 to 3 months after it comes out. That's when I expect DLC to start rolling in. Not almost
Okay,
half
for
a year.
Spider-Man, I can see it because I still haven't played it because it's not.
Oh
on
no,
PC
that's
yet.
great for you. No, that's wonderful for you. But for the people who bought
yeah.
it day one, I'm one of those idiots who bought it day one, 100%ed it in a week, and go, "Oh, there's nothing to do no more."
Yeah. You moron.
Go play
for having
old Spider-Man games.
for having love and an affection for the thing that you do. But like I'm just saying that I can see it. Like when Final Fantasy VII Intergrade came out, that was also mostly for the PC buyers because it's like, okay, but and again, I bought it on PS4, and then they were like, well, now it's updated graphics, and you get a DLC where you get to play as Yuffie, which is a whole new storyline with great stuff. I mean, I was like, fine, here's the same exact amount I already played this 50-hour game for twice with.
I'm not opposed to DLC and stuff like that. I just wish it would be relevant.
From what
that I agree.
So far out.
That I agree. If the DLC is the entire game is now over here, okay.
From what I'm understanding
new
from
game.
Jake now is what you want is the Avengers where you just play Spider-Man. So you can just keep playing forever.
Oh my God, no, don't get me started on that. I bought that.
I did
don't
too.
buy if it's a multi-platform, I buy Xbox. I bought the PlayStation just for Spider-Man. Too bad he didn't come out to freaking 2-3 years later when the game was dead anyway. And he sucked. PS1 Spider-Man swung better than he did.
After the show, Jake and I play Avengers. Let's go.
Let's do it. I mean, hey, to be honest, I bought it for Xbox as well anyway.
I have it for both too, so I want to get something out of that money I spent. Maybe.
And if we're gonna ask from that studio, they're the same ones who did Guardians, right?
It was published. It was published by the same studio publisher, but I don't think it was the same studio that made both those games.
Well, that's another thing. Daddy Spencer, Daddy Santa Spencer. I want another Guardians game, even though I never finished the first.
Daddy Santa
That is all.
Spencer.
That is it. Love, Jake.
And with that, Daddy Spencer's and Santa Spencer's.
No.
Daddy Spencer.
Nope. I refuse to be on the show again.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think.
I'm done. It's over. Bye, everybody. Louis quits.
Screen Smash out.
Just let it
Screen
happen.
Smash and Daddy Spencer.
Just let it happen. Ho, ho, ho.
Is that what Daddy Spencer said?
Ho, ho, ho.
Just let it happen. I'm a doctor.
Well, we hope to see you guys for the Xbox showcase. Tell us if you have predictions that you're thinking about, and then come back after you watch it and tell us how wrong or how right we were and how much we killed it. And then tell me that I'm stupid when they announce Scalebound, and then I get to just kill myself with joy. Please. Anyways, thank you all, gamer friends, for hanging out with us this evening. Shout out to all of our CouchSoup loves and fans hanging out and giving us all the sweet sugars in the chat. We will catch you all next week. Thank you, Jake. Control!
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho. And Louis, thank you.
It was tough.
Say it with
Jake
me.
1,
Santa
Louis
Spencer.
0.
Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready?
What are we doing? What
I
are we
don't know.
doing?
You're supposed to say it. Control. Yeah. We missed the mark. All right. That do the whole thing again. All right, let's get this.
Start it over from 0.
Here we go. All right. Welcome to.
Welcome to Smash.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I need my intros and my outros. I love you, Jake. You bastard.
Who, me?
All right, we're good. Control.
Control! Where's the power?
Bring out the
Jesus
hammer.
Christ.